Hey guys, welcome to our Alaskan adventures. We are Sia and Abhi, and in this video we will show you the top things to do in the Kenai Peninsula, town of Seward, where to eat, our cruise to Kenai Fjord National Park where we saw active glaciers, lots of aquatic life, more Alaskan terrestrial animals in the Wildlife Conservation Center, and more glaciers accessible by foot, the town of Whittier and the Portage Pass. So stay tuned till the end for a complete and wholesome guide. We drove to the Seward harbor in the morning hours to check in and to board our 11:30 a.m. cruise to the Kenai Fjords, a major highlight of our Alaskan trip. Such a bright and sunny day here in Seward, Alaska. Today we are going for the Kenai Fjord National Park Glacier and Wildlife Cruise with major marine tours. This is our boat behind me and we are so excited for the day. We cruised through the Resurrection Bay, saw a lot of humpback whales, puffins and sea lions, some huge glaciers like the Byron Glacier with icebergs at a distance in its lagoon, some receding ones which have smoothly carved the base hills and let the inlet of the seawater forming fjords.
There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
Our boat then made its way to the Ileg Bay where we saw two active glaciers, Holgate and Ileg Glacier, originating from the Harding ice field. We saw the process of calving, which was one of the bucket list moments for us, watching in front of our own eyes, unlike the gasping movements that have always happened looking at the screen. We had a great time cruising through the Kenai Fjord National Park today. One of the best days in terms of weather one could possibly ask in Alaska. We saw a lot of glaciers, Ileg Glacier in particular, where we went very close to the glacier and saw the process of calving. And then we saw a lot of wildlife like killer whales, humpback whales, otters, sea lions and puffers. After the cruise, we are hanging around at the waterfront park and the Well Point in Seward. Alaska being a famous fishing destination for salmon and halibut, we decided to try some seafood at the famous Chinook's restaurant in Seward.
So
Now we are walking to the Exit Glacier viewpoint. It's just a 0.5-mile hike from the visitor center. We just returned from the Exit Glacier Overlook Trail. It's a 1-mile hike one way on a relatively flat, loose gravel road in the second half. It also shows ear markings of how the glacier has receded over time. But in the end, the view of the melting glacier, running water and the waterfall is also beautiful. Next day, we went to the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, and if you love animals, just watching them in their natural habitat, learn more about them, see them feeding, we strongly recommend this place. Next, we drove towards Whittier and took an easy hike to the almost receded Byron Glacier. Nevertheless, the melting ice and flowing stream in the end was a fun experience and a beautiful sight. Just returned from the Byron Glacier Lake. It is very close to the Portage Glacier and Whittier. Very easy hike, just 1 mile one way. We are at the Portage Lake, which is just behind the visitor center. From a distance, I can see the Portage Glacier. You can either take a lake cruise or hike the Portage Pass Trail to have a close-up view of the glacier. That's the Portage Glacier there. We drove through the longest highway tunnel in North America, Anton Anderson Tunnel, to reach Whittier. The tunnel is open every day from 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. There's a $13 charge for round trip. It opens every half hour and you will have to line up in the waiting lane as it allows single file traffic. We are in the beautiful Alaskan town of Whittier. Lots of good seafood restaurants here. It is also the getaway to Prince William Sound and often the last port for cruises.
it to the top of Portage Pass Summit. It took me around 30 minutes to reach an elevation of 800 feet.
From the top, you can appreciate 360-degree views of the Portage Glacier draining into the lake and the Prince William Sound in the hindsight. Another popular spot for kayaking and photography are the Upper Trail Lake in the Moose Pass and the Turn Lake. So guys, that was all from the top things to do in the Kenai Peninsula. You can also visit Cooper's Landing, great for hiking, and Homer, great for camping on the spit. Make sure you watch our entire Alaska travel playlist linked here in the end screen and also in the description box. Also, if you enjoy this page, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe and share our work on boarding adventure.